tough. And he hung on.
Really tough. Nobody's ever questioned CeeDee Lamb's
Okay, we're back,
toughness,
my friends.
and he knows when he's going in the middle.
Cowboys at first to go. Sorry,
my
my internet went down there for a minute.
Wilson, he knew he was going to take a hit, and yet he's able to hang on to it, absorb the blow. Good job by him.
Tackled by Garrett Williams. Helped CD pick up the first down, 1st and goal.
Hand off Javonte Williams to the 5.
And dropped. Mac Wilson.
Well, they rushed to the line of scrimmage, Joe, and thought maybe they were going to catch Arizona, not quite ready, the way that they broke the huddle.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. Man, the Cowboys need a touchdown here.
And Mac Wilson wasn't fooled at all.
It's like the opening possession of the ball game where Cowboys got down here and then stalled out, turned it over on downs. Their first possession of the second half. Prescott in trouble and sacked by Sweat.
Prescott sacked back at the 15-yard line. He threw down.
And the 6th time he has sacked Dak Prescott in his career. The most he's sacked any quarterback in the league, and a big play loss of 10.
Well, here he is, and you're going to see that he's just able to get past the tackle. And Prescott, it looked like Arizona might have got away with a little something in the secondary, because here comes Pickens. That's where he was wanting to go with the football. And Will Johnson, maybe there wasn't quite as much there as what I thought I saw.
I can't see any obvious restriction, but it looks bad. 3rd down and goal. 4 quarterback hits for Sweat.
3rd and goal at the 15.
Expiring. This is way short. Pass is caught by Turpin. It's 4th down. And
4th and goal.
The field goal unit will come on for Brian Schottenheimer. Try and make it a 14-point game.
Well, Arizona, they rushed 3 guys, and they had 3 in the end zone. And then they've got 5 underneath. And they're just going to force, look at this. Here. And they're just going to force Prescott to throw it underneath and then rally to the football.
Cowboys did not kick the field goal on their first drive.
4th and goal at the 9. Cowboys to attempt the field goal here.
Brandon Aubrey, who missed from 68 at the end of the first
Kick
half.
is up and good. Cowboys get field goal there.
And it's a 26-yard field goal to make it 24-10. Good job by the Arizona defense to hold Dallas out of the.
We are back, my friend. All right, finishing our conversation. I was enjoying this conversation. You don't think the Colts are any good? I get it. Danny Jones is the quarterback. You don't want to believe in Danny Dimes. I believe in Danny Dimes. I'm going to buy a Danny Dimes jersey. You're trying to write with I took it down for a minute as a warning. Listen. Here's my thing, though. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You know that. You and I both know that. Come on, what are we doing? Has a spot in the season where you wonder how good they are. But at the end of the day, I think we all still know and understand that, well, Jonathan Taylor's been one of the best running backs in the NFL the last 5 years. I think you know that. I don't have to convince you of that. Jonathan Taylor's been an MVP type of running back. Crazy good. Danny Jones, I mean, I understand their hesitation with him, but aside from Jonathan Taylor, the defense is pretty decent for the most part. Danny Jones has been great all season long until Sunday. He played a bad game. No doubt about it. Threw some picks. Played horrible. But I don't think the book's written on them just after one game. That's all I'm saying. Pump the brakes a tad. A tad. Every time, it's like, if we did this to the Bills, I mean, we were just standing the... You were just telling me, this was... Think about this. You were just telling me, like, 2 weeks ago, the Bills season is over after that game versus Atlanta. Now what? Now you think they're the best team since sliced bread because they beat the Chiefs. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs. It's great. And I'm very happy as a Bills fan. I'm stoked. They played great. Okay, it's still less Yeah, but how many touchdowns? Let's talk about the touchdowns. Let's talk about the tutties. Come on. Taylor's had like 4 games with 3 rushing touchdowns. Well, Cook can be great too. See, here's the thing: you're taking it as like, you know, Cook can still be a great running back as well. I'm not knocking James Cook, by the way. All right, kick return, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, wow, Cardinals are ripping it open. 39-yard line for the Cardinals.
Well, we talked about it coming on the air, and we will continue to talk about it. The Cowboys trying to get their offense and defense in sync. The offense, no problems, averaging almost 31.
So we were taking 1 seed, so now we just have to wait for it all to play out. We are taking the 1 seed, so now we... Yeah, that's what you meant, huh? Yeah, you meant to taking the 1 seed after the defense looked like bubblegum versus the Falcons. The run defense looked as bad as any defense I've ever seen in my entire life. And you know it, too. And I actually had some faith in the Bills that night, and I lost it all in their defense. Mercado picks up a first down across the 50.
Jerry Jones made some news earlier today on SiriusXM, the Stephen A. Smith Show. We certainly have made a trade, and we may make a couple more trades before that deadline. We've made 1. We possibly could make 2 more. He's kind of left that out.
Can we talk about how much the Bills win by this week? By $1 billion.
What the trade was tonight.
Hey, I hope so, man. Yeah, we need it. We're going to win that division.
Player from what I've seen tonight is going to make a difference for this group.
Hand off Mercado. He's going to get a big game because the Cowboys can't tackle. He gets 10 yards.
And in Jerry's
stopped at the line of scrimmage and cut it outside and picked up like 10 yards. This defense right now is embarrassing. No doubt about it.
A week or so ago, with regard to his own defense, there have been so many players, whether it's Trey Hendrickson or somebody else that's been linked. And he said, I don't think one player is going to make a difference. They're beyond that right now defensively.
There's no question. I mean, if you're talking about Trey Hendrickson, he was on this defense last year in Cincinnati. I mean, that was the equivalent of what we're watching here tonight, and he couldn't change their fortunes.
Second down and 1.
Mercado cuts it upfield for a first down to the 38-yard line.
Logan Wilson.
Oh, Jake Ferguson cash. We did cash on Jake Ferguson at least.
Found his way to the bench with the Bengals. The Bengals,
I suppose that feels good.
As bad as the Cowboys defense has been, well, it's the Bengals that have been even worse.
That's right.
And it was the Chicago Bears yesterday with a thrilling win within the last 30 seconds.
They're win by 10 plus at least.
58-yarder to Colston Loveland to win that game.
That game was something to watch.
Pressure on Brissett.
Brissett rolls out.
From the rookie
he loads and fires it outside, incomplete.
To avoid the sack. 2nd and 10.
Well, it's time.
I just cashed out my Cowboys pick, got a little cash back, basically nothing.
Now is the time to come up with a stop. They just simply cannot afford to give up another touchdown on this drive there.
Well, they're going to come back and win. So I don't know what you're doing there,
you know,
but
we're focusing on the
defense.
And,
I don't know.
You know, they haven't been good.
I just let it play out. Why wouldn't you let it play out at that point, though? Basically, if you got basically nothing back.
2nd down and 10. DeMercado in the backfield. Low snap. Quick
outside of Marvin Harrison Jr. He turns it up the sideline. 20, 15.
Near the 14.
Tackled at the 14.
A missed tackle by Deron Bland, and he has not had a good night at all. He's got no answers for Harrison Jr.
No, that's been the matchup because, you know, the Cowboys, as I talked about, they have been playing
they're
coverage
cooked
here in recent weeks. They like the matchup with Deron Bland out there, and whether they're in zone or man, when you're out there in a single high coverage, you're essentially one-on-one anyway, and Harrison has won that battle for sure.
He did get a first down. He stepped out of bounds just outside the 21. That's where they put the ball down. Under 5 to go in the third quarter.
First down into the red zone for the Cowboys. All right, the 21-yard line.
Toss, DeMercado. And a nice play made by the safety, Wanye Thomas, who's been dealing with migraines. Now these two sides are shoving a couple of players. Let's see who it is. Kaiir Elam and
Oh, he could. I
along the
just.
sideline.
It kind of hurts
Jonathan
watching.
Gannon
I thought about going with Marvin
after
Harrison
that
Jr.
1-yard pickup.
Wish I did, obviously, now.
And this carried on to the sideline.
Ty goes to Beecham, you know, in that race.
Everything goes to Beecham. Kaiir is 6'1", 202. Beecham 6'3", 308.
Handoff, Demercado is going to get to the
16-yard
16-yard line.
Third down, and on this particular down tonight, Arizona has been 7 for 9 in converting.
Yeah, so many times as we take a look at Drew Petzing, who, as I mentioned earlier, you know, he's been under the gun a little bit this year because of some of the inconsistencies offensively, but I like what he's been able to do.
Third down and 5 here, guys.
His third game, but Jacoby Brissett, as I mentioned, he is able to execute the offense with the play action game, being under center, the run game, tying that in, and it's been really effective. It's been effective the 2 prior games, and it's been effective certainly tonight.
Chiefs are going to go 12 and 5.
Third down and 5. Brissett, end zone, a lot of contact on McBride and a flag.
I think they're going to pick that flag
And the
up.
2 officials will get together. The official in the back of the end zone didn't throw it. Triquez Bridges was in coverage, and let's see what the result is of this conference.
There is no foul on the play, 4th down.
I think when they got together and talked about it, Joe, maybe they're saying that this ball was uncatchable, because at first I thought it was maybe tipped, but the ball came out, and I'm not so sure. Yeah, it was tipped right there at the line,
which would take away any pass interference anyway. And Schottenheimer saw it from the sideline.
Yep.
I want Denver to destroy me. That would be cool.
So much pressure, they finally were able to get to him.
Realistically,
so
though,
pressure,
Kansas City probably will destroy Denver. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see it too, but
34-yard try by Chad Ryland. And able to knock it through with
field goal
ease.
is good.
2 for 2
27
on
to
the
10 now.
Cowboys
Cardinals
offense will head back to work in a 17-point game.
Go to break, guys. Let's see here. Wow, I think Westbrook cashed in the first half. That's crazy. Well, that feels good. I think it did. Yeah, it cashed in the first half. Sweet. Yeah, the biggest problem I have with Denver is just Bo Nix. I just don't, I don't know, lack of consistency from him. I just don't. It's hard for me to imagine Denver continuing. I don't know. I mean, their defense is really good. And Dobbins is good, and Harvey's decent, but I don't know. Bonus is twice the quarterback, DJ from Wallace's or DJ from the Colts. Yo, come on. Taking another shot at my boy Danny Jones. Come on. What are we doing?
And that's not just, defensively, that's offensively, we're a football team that's 3-4-1. You can take the stats on offense and shove them up your ass, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it is what it is. We want to win.
They are 3-4-1, and his defense, with Matt Eberflus in charge, has allowed 121 yards after the catch tonight and 91 yards after contact. So it's more the same for the Cowboys defense. And now they have to come up with some answers on offense. Still no touchdowns by this Dallas offense tonight as
Turpin out to the 28-yard line.
Much in the run game, and it's time to talk about Nick Rawlis, the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, and somebody who has done a masterful job of putting this defensive plan together tonight.
He sure has. A young guy who's just 32 years old, and in talking with Jonathan Gannon, who's a great defensive mind himself, when you watch what he was able to do there in Philadelphia. But Jonathan Gannon does not call the defense. Nick Rawlis does, and Gannon said had he not have been able to bring him with him to Arizona, then he would in fact have called the defense, but he calls Rawlis a superstar.
Here's Lamb.
Well, the Colts beat the Chiefs in 2 weeks. I don't know. That one's tough. So, the one thing I was looking about the Bills are set up a lot better in a lot of ways to beat the Colts than a lot of other teams, because the Chiefs can't run the ball anyway. So the Chiefs can't exploit what the Bills aren't good at, which is interesting, because the Bills can play decent in pass coverage and rush the passer when they know you're going to throw it. The Colts, I don't know. I mean,
it's wins and losses. That's what the game's about.
Definitely, it seems like a better matchup for the Chiefs.
Prescott, Lamb got behind the defense.
Lamb makes the catch. Lamb's inside the 20. It'll be first down, Cowboys. That was a big play.
Just a blown coverage because of the time that Prescott was able to box.
I think every game in the NFL is hard. Didn't the Panthers prove? What about the Panthers?
Looked like he was just going to stay put.
What about the Panthers versus the Packers? You just never know, man. I think every game in the NFL is somewhat tough. I mean, there aren't really. I used to think there was games were layups, and then it's like, I don't know. Grant, maybe the Packers was not that good.
And now with a play clock at 8, an Arizona timeout by Jonathan Gannon. Before a 1st and 10 with under a minute to go here in the third.
12 yards from Pickens. I think we can get that done. Let's get it. Oh yeah. See, that one I agree with. I don't.
The Cowboys try to climb back.
I don't think the Colts are fraudulent though, just because the Colts.
In the end zone, a first down with the ball.
I don't know, the Colts, like I said, the Colts have such a good run game, and they're well balanced, and their offensive line's good, and their defense is decent, and they have weapons that I like more than the Packers do. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
The rookie Walter Nolan was there, and he got his hand up. When Jonathan Gannon described Walter Nolan to us, he said he's different than anyone we have, as he can stop the run, but he can rush the passer right up the middle.
And earlier in this ball game, when we were talking about him, or when I was talking about him, Joe, I said he went to Mississippi State. He went to Ole Miss. I don't want Lane Kiffin and the Rebels upset with me. Lane Kiffin's done a heck of a job.
So this is interesting.
Javonte Williams.
And
that play gets stopped, and there he is again, Walter Nolan.
Yeah,
Ravens won healthy. Seahawks, Rams.
Not hear the praise that Jonathan Gannon was given Walter Nolan.
You haven't addressed the Ravens defense, though. What about the defense?
When they drafted him,
they're just like the Cowboys. It's like what we're watching tonight.
Back in camp.
Ravens defense has still been pretty ass. So, I mean, if you don't have a defense going to the playoffs, you don't have a team, as far as I'm concerned. Pass outside the Lamb complete. It'll be 3rd and 4.
By Denzel Burke, and it's 4th down. A couple of runs that went nowhere, a short pass,
Or another one.
and it's 4th down.
Well, the analytics says go, and I think they're going to have to based on what's happened, and hope that their defenses hope they convert
defense,
here. And
their
then hope
defense
that
was
their
fairly
defense is
decent
able to
last
get
year,
the ball
wasn't it?
back to them relatively quickly.
Well, they'll have time to think about it. We will be in the 4th quarter.
Well,
When
they have so
resume,
far. They were
fourth
still
down
talking,
and
even
4
against.
for the
They were
Cowboys.
a lot of the analysts were still talking about how bad the defense was even versus the Dolphins. It just was more like the Ravens got a little fortunate in that game, got gifted a couple fumbles, but their defense still gave up a ton of yards. And there was a reason we took Jalen Waddle over on receiving yards. HN did really good. You took. Yeah, this year so far they suck. Yeah, you're right though. Maybe they'll get it together. But yeah, those even think about what you just picked versus them. You took Devon Achane over 91.5 rushing and receiving yards versus them. That's a pretty high line, and he cashed it pretty easily. I took Waddle over, and he cashed easily. This is versus the Ravens. They got fortunate that the Dolphins didn't cash in because a couple things. The Dolphins don't have a good red zone target, and they fumbled the ball in the red zone like 3 times. So the Ravens were lucky that that wasn't a closer game, honestly. I think they've gotten a little better since the bye week, but it's still, like, if they go up against a good team, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the point. As there's holes in that defense, right? Pretty obvious that there's holes in that defense. I almost cashed at the half on Waddle too. That's what I'm saying. Is like they got some problems on the on the defense there. And Dolphins don't even really, the Dolphins offense should be moderately easy to play against. They don't have Tyreek Hill. They don't have even Darren Waller at this point. So if they're cooking, yeah. Oh, we'll see, though. I think, here's the thing you got to always consider with the Bills. I think the Bills could beat the Chiefs if they were to play them in the playoffs. I feel great about the Bills playing the Chiefs. I don't feel great about the Bills playing any team that can run the ball. The Indianapolis Colts is near the top of that list. I think the Colts are a terrible matchup for the Bills. And that's kind of the idea is like, the Chiefs might actually beat the Colts, but I think the Colts might beat the Bills. Should be 2 out of Waddle and Brian Thomas Jr. That'd be cool. We got to add someone to that defensive line. Give me a run stuffer up front. That's what they need. You want to talk about a real need? That's the one right there. 3rd down, 4th and 4.
Possession if they're able to settle for the 3 points. So this is a big
Never mind, this
decision
is
by
4th down.
Brian Schottenheimer.
4th down and 4. Can they pick it up? Waiting for the ball, and it's knocked away. C.D. Lamb was the target,
Wow.
and it was knocked away.
It's kind of like that one year the Bills played the Colts in the playoffs a few years back. Remember that with Phillip Rivers? The Bills very nearly lost that game, and the Colts were big underdogs.
Don't kick the field goal and still try.
So I think you got to add a run stuffer. They need a run stuffer more than anything. I think they could even get by with the receivers they got, honestly, because Allen's just so good. I think he makes up for it. I might call tonight's stream a little bit early, guys. Not quite yet, but if this game is uncompetitive late, I might call it. Because I'm running on fumes today. I don't know why. I'm struggling more today. Oh, man. What games this weekend are you most looking forward to? Oh, man, that Patriots-Bucks game ought to be interesting. I'm hoping the Bucks obviously get the win there. Cardinals Seahawks, that'd be interesting. Eagles, Packers.
They went for it, didn't get it. Low snap to Brissett, who's out to his right. Throws to McBride.
You gotta make that. You gotta make that tackle.
Makes the tackle. Let's go back to that fourth down play.
Yeah, the Cowboys made it a lot harder than they needed to because of Denzel Burke. You see how soft he is out here. And as CeeDee Lamb comes off the
Bills
ball,
will be back on top of the
AFC
AFC field goals.
I
hope so.
Dak is ready to turn it loose, and for whatever reason he doesn't because of the body language of CeeDee Lamb. There's the pressure.
Do you think the Patriots are fraudulent? That's the question.
But when Dak was ready to throw it, CeeDee was still at the top of his route, wasn't ready yet, so he had to double clutch, and then Sweat's on top of him. But really, he just come off. I mean, I can't believe that Burke was as soft as he was in that situation. And why CeeDee Lamb, of course, you run what the play is that's called. But that should have been an easy conversion.
Marquise Bell, who was in on the tackle, was slow to get up. In the safety position, it's been one after another. They're without Donovan Wilson and Elijah Clark. They have Malik Hooker on IR. Zion Childress, who's been on and off the practice squad and been with the Texans and the Cowboys this year, is into the ball game. As we see McBride trying to fight his way out of that tackle, and Bell got the worst of it.
Well, they're pretty beat up at that position already.
Second down and 3. Hand off to Knight, and a good tackle. That's Kenneth Murray.
I think Patriots probably was supposed to run, but I don't know if they were frauds or not. They have coaching and things this great. I like Mac Hollins. They have some other decent guys. Mac Hollins? I like Mac Hollins too. I don't know if he's really much of a difference maker anymore, though, is he?
First 3 quarters, tied for 4th at plus 63, dead last in the 4th quarter. And that's been what has cost them the last 5, minus 47 points.
Throw it in 3, guys.
In the 4th quarter, 3rd down and
play action. Brissett's going to get sacked back at the 20-yard line.
Was coming off the edge, and Kenny Clark up the middle. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, they bring Michael Wilson in to try to help secure the edge, and they're helping out inside as well. But right here,
they have an easy schedule and already have the tiebreaker currently now, so unfortunately they're going to have a good record.
Yeah. Boy, when the Cowboys really needed something,
I mean, who doesn't have an easy schedule, though? That's what I'm wondering.
They come up finally defensively with a big stop.
Can Cavante Turpin give the Cowboys something?
This team has an easy schedule. This team has an easy
just
schedule.
Gets rid of that.
I mean, I guess what qualifies as an easy schedule?
Turpin makes
Those teams that don't have a great record. Like, for instance, if you were to play the Arizona Cardinals right now, you'd look at that and you'd say, oh, they're 2-5. They're a pretty tough team. They've lost all 5 of their games by 4 points or less. I used to love Mac, and Buffalo fans were not happy when he left. It wasn't about his production. It was about the vibes he brought to the team, and he played his role very well. He did, yes. I agree.
It's against Kalen Carson.
Like the Cardinals, though, you know, if they're on your schedule, you think, oh yeah, they're 2-5. The 1% of the teams Patriots have beat are 33%. I think. Doesn't that include them actually beating those teams, though? Set teams? So that lowers the winning percentage because they beat the teams? That's like playing devil's advocate. No, I hear you, though. Cardinals are scrappy. I wouldn't want to play them. That's a team I wouldn't really want to play. But there's so many of those type of teams that I guess there's. So I'm trying to think of the teams that I wouldn't mind playing that or feel like free W's. The Tennessee Titans feel like a free win. Like the Titans are so bad, I wouldn't mind playing them. I wouldn't mind playing the Dolphins. Feel easy. Just the vibes are so bad with the Dolphins right now. There's definitely some bad teams, but I don't know. Most of the teams I think about, yeah, the Giants were scrappy too. Dude, how much have you had to drink? I'm on a level with you. I actually haven't had that much here recently, but when I was at dinner, I had a flight. And I think it's doing work on me. Sean, it's doing work on me. I had a flight with like 6 different beers. And it kind of... I didn't really consider the levels of... I don't know why beer makes me so tired, guys. Ugh. Shot for shot. It's a struggle. I'm telling you, it's a real struggle. What's a flight? That must be some alcoholic terminology. I guess it could be. When you go to like a brewery, a flight is just like a sample-ish size of a beer. Like they're smaller glasses, and you get like 6 of them. They call it a flight. 4 to 6 of them. But it still was. That still ends up being quite a bit of beer.
Out, took just 2 minutes off the clock. As Prescott
Dak steps up and throws incomplete. Second down.
Got hung up with the defender. It's incomplete. There is the night tonight for the drives for the Cowboys on offense, and what you'll notice is no touchdowns.
Yeah, that's saying something. We talked about it coming in, how efficient Dallas has been here at home, especially averaging over 40 points a game. They've scored 40, 40, and 44 in their 3 home games coming in. And right now, Terrence Steele is not in the game, and they've got Nate Thomas at right tackle.
Prescott, who had his ankle rolled up on at the end of the first half, is able to carry it for 6. Terrence Steele, their starting right tackle, and now players down for Arizona, was dealing with migraines.
Because you fall down at least one flight of stairs after consumption. It's definitely possible.
And that stops the clock with 12:35 to go.
I would probably just not walk around
the
stairs. That's what I would do.
Before a third down and 4 here in the 4th quarter in Arlington.
Rated M for mature.
Dun, 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 dun. Oops. My goodness. I got a new THC vape pen at the Bills game this week. Oh, snap. They sell those at the game? That's different. There are dispensaries with mobile tents there. That's interesting. I would not have guessed that. Outside this song. Dang. That's kind of cool. I've never been a vape pen kind of guy, but hey. Look out for Smileys and King Buds when you come here. Yeah, you're gonna have to come down, man. You know? Mac Wilson Sr.
12.5 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Over the middle, strong catch. And it's made by Flanoy. His 15th catch of the season. It's a big one. It gets a first down.
It is a big one, and they were going to be going for it, but good job by Buda Baker coming in and making the tackle as soon as he makes the catch.
Cowboys going no huddle here. 34-yard line outside, complete to George Pickens. That's going to be a gain of 18. Then he fumbles the ball, and Javonte Williams gets it back.
Downfield. Buda Baker forced the fumble with Pickens striving for extra yardage, and the play gains 22.
Yeah, you see him. He comes in, and he's punching at it and rips it out. A great job by him. Dallas fortunate. Williams able to get on it.
Good protection. There's Pickens again. And he will stay in bounds. Working against Will Johnson and get 19 yards.
He had a chance once he gets.
Yeah, oh yeah, he cashed.
He could have gotten out of bounds.
Pickens is good to go.
Yardage out of it would have stopped the clock.
Just momentarily, but we just saw Tyler Guyton all the way downfield at the end of that play, and one of the Cardinals is down. That's Jalen Thompson along the sideline, so that does stop the clock with 11 minutes and 21 seconds left. And you know how sports go. If you're Arizona and you've had all of this trouble in the fourth quarter, that's cost you really every game during this 5-game losing streak. You've been leading, you've been dominating this whole night, and you give up a touchdown right now, there's no way that that doesn't creep back into your mind here tonight. It was field goals.
For real.
Touchdowns for the last couple. Last one
I
being
probably was
at
so smart
Green
paying
Bay
myself
against
on
Green Bay,
I
and
love
then
it.
at Indy the week before.
My picks like these, Roman, is always my dub club.
I mentioned early in this ball game, the simple fact that when they've needed to make a play in the fourth quarter, they just have been unable to do it. And there's no question, Joe,
Yeah,
as you
it's yourself a
mentioned, it's got to
link.
be going through these players' minds. And think back to the last possession Arizona had the ball offensively. That was their first 3 and out. So had they been able to pick up that first down, they would have taken more time off the clock, which right now the clock obviously.
First down at the Arizona 24 for the Cowboys.
Come away with some touchdowns.
Hand off Javonte Williams is inside the 20. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. It'll be first and goal.
And the Cowboys will get right back on the ball. A 19-yard carry by Javonte Williams. And the Cardinals are not set defensively, and neither are the Cowboys on offense. Now from the 5, Prescott, end zone, Flanoy, touchdown!
Touchdown Cowboys to Flanoy.
And this is a game. Cowboys just went 78 yards in 2 minutes and 1 second.
Well, that's what they're capable of. They got things
Could have
going in
used
the
their
passing
actual
game.
lines
The
and
big
a
run
nice
by
one.
Williams.
Oh, for
Got
sure,
Garrett
yeah.
Williams in the slot,
I don't know.
and
Lamb
gets off the line
might
of
be.
scrimmage. You
Well,
see,
no,
he's got
that-
3 steps on him
yeah.
and an easy touchdown for
He probably would
Prescott.
have cashed both.
First touchdown of
Lamb's
the
line
year
might have
for
been a little
Ryan
higher than
Flournoy.
78, though. I think it probably was, if I had to guess. His is usually in the 80s.
Just under 11 minutes to go.
Extra point up and
That's a
good for the
10-point game.
boys.
So the Cowboys offense finally able to take it into the
We
end
do have a
zone.
ball game here, guys. Oh, yeah, no, he's not. Oh, that's a real bummer. I wouldn't be surprised. Should I pat back in on the Cowboys? No. No, let it be. Their defense has been the problem. And that was, you know, I don't know. I don't know if their defense could stop them. That's the problem. Yeah, he's playing. He just hasn't been targeted.
The quarterback comparison, this was a lot more lopsided in Brissett's favor a moment ago prior to that last drive by the Cowboys and the 5-yard touchdown throw.
It sucks. I really thought we'd see a little more Zay Jones tonight.
Rush TD to that from 1 yard out earlier in the ball game.
Crazy
in the
world
first half,
lately.
and it's 27-17. As Dortch gets a chance to return another.
Dortch gets across the
Lead
30
foul.
to 32.
Makes that tackle after a return of 28 yards. Cowboys on the road this season, a record of 1-4.
+3 turnover margin.
The turnover margin, different story, and that's a credit to the Arizona Cardinals and the job they've done on both sides of the ball. Cowboys with a special teams touchdown tonight. Brissett's in trouble, and down he goes. That's Dante Fowler.
Wow.
Turned right into it. And he's shaken up after that sack. His second of the year.
Well, here's Fowler off the edge. They go heavy personnel, Arizona does. They want to show run, and they think they're going to get something in the passing game, which they would have, but nobody then is accounting for Dante Fowler. They're expecting him to come hard down the line with the play fake, and Jacoby Brissett able to come out on the edge, but Fowler just plays it perfectly. He does his job, stays upfield. but he had to leave the game after.
A loss of 9 on that sack. Play clock under 5. Brissett over the middle and wide open in a conversion after the sack. McBride.
This defense just has nothing in the middle of the field right now.
He was tackled right at the line to gain. Fowler still down.
Watch the pressure in the pocket that Jacoby Brissett, he just hangs in there because Dallas, they collapse the pocket on him. And he hangs in there, and then you've got McBride working the middle of the field. It's a great job by Brissett, not letting the rush affect him and finding McBride for the big gain and the first down.
This is still a 10-point game. 2 possessions ago for the Cowboys. They elected to go for it on 4th down and forego the field goal. They didn't get it. The first down, turned it over on downs for the 2nd time tonight as Bam Knight is dumped.
Bam Knight
by
on the
Shamar
carry.
James.
Loses a yard there.
No
It was
gain
2nd down,
on the
11.
play. Trey McBride, another night with 5+ catches. He's the 3rd tight end in NFL history who's done that in 10 straight games.
Well, the one thing that Arizona has done tonight,
You can't
is
feel
when
confident
Dallas
St. Bills
has
have the worst defense.
gotten a little momentum. They had the
Yeah,
block run
I
earlier,
mean,
got the touchdown off of that.
this
Dallas
Cowboys
took away
is
with the
definitely
3
right
points, and they
there.
go down and match it. They've been able to answer
They're
Dallas
probably worse than the
scores
Bills, honestly.
offensively.
Especially the Bills played great versus the Chiefs yesterday.
Blitz off the edge, and they get home. Reddy Stewart gets the sack. A guy they picked up off waivers from the Vikings.
Dallas disguises this really well. They don't show that Stewart is going to come on the blitz. Jacoby Brissett is not expecting it. He's expecting them to be in coverage. Here he comes. If he sees it, he can get out to his slot receiver pretty quickly, and the guy's got a lot of field to run. But a good call there by Matt Eberflus at a critical moment.
3rd down and 18,
Loss of
guys.
8. It's 3rd down and 18. What a moment for Reddy Stewart, first-year player from Troy.
3rd and 18. Jacoby's got to be smart with the football.
That's going to be a false start. They're going to blow this dead. It looked like the right tackle started early. That would be Jonah Williams.
Before the play, false start, offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So tack on 5 more yards, and the Cardinals have got to be thinking, here we go again.
Yeah, that's
Give
what's
them a
going through
solid
Jonathan
beat.
Gannon's mind. There's no question.
Animal.
And like I said, you know, you're looking right now at 3rd and 23. Brissett, you know, a punt is not a bad thing. And just take the sure thing, try to play field position.
Penalty stops the clock, 7:49. 3rd down and 23. Crowd into it. Loudest have been all night. Pass caught by DeMarcado and a tackle by Kenny Clark. 4th down.
That's such a great job by Kenny Clark. I mean, they had a chance if they're able to get it to DeMarcado that he could catch the ball, and he had some blockers. I don't know if he picks up the first down. It's unlikely, but he's got a little something. But here's Kenny Clark right here in the middle of this defense, and he just, it looked like he's going to get up the field, but he makes a great play.
3-time Pro Bowler picked up in the Micah Parsons trade. Made that play, and now they stop the clock on 4th down and 23.
It looks like the clock shouldn't have stopped.
All right. All right.
The game clock erroneously stopped, and I think they're looking for a correct reset to get the clock where it should be.
Yeah, that tackle was obviously made well in bounds, but the clock stopped.
Well, they got Turpin back to receive this punt, and he's a dangerous man if he gets the ball with some space.
They're going to have to figure out how much time is left. I'll just say it again. We said it at the time. I know that analytics 2 possessions ago for the Cowboys said go for it on that 4th down, but they didn't kick the chip shot field goal to make it a 2-score, 2-possession game. They come down the next time, get the touchdown, and instead of this being a 7-point game, it's still a 10-point game.
The game clock failed to run on the previous play. The play ended at 7:45. We'll put 7:45 on the game clock. Put 40 on the play clock. Both clocks will start on my signal, which mimics what would have happened had the game clock run.
So they're going to let the game clock run.
Yeah, what they're doing is the game clock stopped
Let's
at the
kill
end of
me,
the play.
guys.
He
Come
was
on,
down
what's
at
going on here?
7:46. So they're basically making it what it would have been if the game clock would have continued to run, and they have 40 seconds on the play clock, so Arizona can run it down. I think they did the right thing.
We saw Sam Williams, who almost blocked one a moment ago and did block one that led
Clock is running now.
instantly to
Fourth
a
and
touchdown
23.
recovered by Marshawn Neal.
Cardinals get ready to punt here. Cowboys
in the
are
first
going to get the
half.
ball back.
So we'll keep an eye on 54 on this punt by Pat O'Donnell. Turpin back. Able to get rid of it. High hanging punt. Turpin with a little bit of room. Out of bounds across the 35, and there are no flags on the play. Back to work is Dak Prescott
This is the next one
against
to
this
stop watching
Arizona
immediately.
defense.
A play.
These are all games that were lost.
And
by
right as
the
they try to
Arizona
walk away, they
Cardinals
show
in
Taylor
the
Swift
fourth
Heaven's
quarter
good again.
Point margin for
Oh,
Jonathan
goodness.
Gannon's team tonight, down 7. In the point margin at the moment in the ball game, down 10 with 7:11 to go. Low snap. Prescott broke one tackle out across the 40 as he's able to pick up 5.
They get right to the line, and so what that does to the defense then is Rallis is not able to make calls. I mean, it simplifies then what the defense is going to be able to do.
Dak fires outside, complete to Pickens, first down.
And now a flag for what happened after the play.
I think that's going to be taunting because it looked like number 3 held the ball out toward the defender.
Boy, that is going to be a big penalty as he held it out to Denzel Burke, and you just can't.
Well, it's a point of emphasis for this league. It doesn't look like much. The players know it's a costly penalty.
Schottenheimer's making sure it's the
After
first
the
down
play,
first.
unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense, number 3. That counts as his first towards disqualification. The result of the play was a first down. The penalty will be enforced 15 yards from that spot. It will be first down and 10 after enforcement.
So what they lose, they don't lose the first down. It's first and 10. They lose 15 yards of field position. And every yard is precious with the clock at under 7 to go, down by 10.
Absolutely.
Back to the 33-yard line after the penalty.
Dak steps up.
Has to step through again.
Gonna run.
Nice move.
Across the
First
45
down.
out. He has the first down. They're out near midfield.
Remember last time the Cowboys had it, Mac Wilson was hurt. He's on the side.
Dak going no huddle here. Shotgun.
To return. First down, Dallas.
Loads, fires outside, complete. CD Lamb has got it.
Tackle
He gets about 7 to the 46 of Arizona.
out there. A gain of 7.
Well, this defensive front, they're getting tired, and in the secondary, they're playing this umbrella coverage, just trying to keep everything in front of them.
Imagine
Coming up
being
and
now
playing a
40
little
and
tighter
saying
at the
it
top,
and
but
say,
overall,
yeah,
they've been
here we
relatively soft on
go.
the edges.
Free play. Pickens with a catch. First down at the 35.
What's the game we're streaming next week?
Arizona
What will be the
jumped
Monday night
across
one? What's
early
the
with
Monday
under
night
6
game?
to go in a 10-point game.
Whatever the Monday night game is,
Penalty,
right?
it stops the clock as well.
Offside defense, number 5. That penalty is declined. The play results in a first down.
It's against
What's
Barrett
the
Browning.
Eagles and
First
the
time we said
Packers?
his name
Say Eagles and
tonight.
Packers.
They picked him up last year at this time at the deadline from Denver. He has 2 sacks this year. 7 straight completions for Dak Prescott.
Well, at the bottom, you see how much cushion that they're giving them. to allow him just to come out and get these easy completions.
Dak peeked over there and a sack.
Dak is sacked.
Made by the
That's a
rookie
big sack.
Walter Nolan in his first game.
That's such a great move by Walter Nolan. You're going to see the move
That's
he
a
puts
big
on
sack.
Tyler Smith and just gets right past him. And Prescott, who had field, it looked like he was trying to get up in the pocket. And had he been able to, he had a lot of room to run once again.
First sack in his first NFL game. Walter Nolan. Prescott out to his right. Finds Turpin. And Turpin is able to stop the clock with 5:05
Yeah,
to go.
I would
Game
think
of about
so.
4. And it's third down.
That is a big sack. That is.
Still with the clock running here at 5 minutes to go, down 2 scores, and they're in field goal range now.
And it's a 2-score game, so that's got to be on the mind of Brian Schottenheimer. It's third down and 12. Extra men on the rush. Javonte Williams. Strong tackle on the edge by the rookie Will Johnson. Ball is out and recovered by Akeem Davis-Gaither.
What a play by the Cardinals defense.
And it's Arizona's ball.
Yeah, ball's out. That's a fumble.
Simon, who was playing for the injured Mac Wilson, knocked it out.
Yeah, Will Johnson, he comes up. He makes a great play on Williams to stand him up. And then as Arizona has done throughout this game, they just attack the football.
Akeem Davis-Gaither on top of it for the Cardinals. And a shocked Dak Prescott walks back to the sideline. And the frustration palpable here in Arlington. Two Dallas turnovers in this ball game, and they've also turned it over twice on downs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Joe, is that this defense for Arizona, I like them coming in. They're a gritty bunch, but they had not been able to create a lot of takeaways, and yet they came in here and they were able to do that at some critical times, certainly none more critical than what we just saw.
4 fumbles tonight for the Dallas Cowboys.
Number
2 have
68
been lost.
is reporting eligible. Number 68 reporting eligible. 68.
And now we'll see what the Cardinals can do with 4.5 to go. Leading by 10. All 3 timeouts available to Brian Schottenheimer.
Handoff. Not a lot there for DeMarcado, but he keeps going.
Still going and able to push that pile out near the 40.
And he ends up getting 7 on a play. Should have gotten 0.
4 yards after contact against this Cowboys defense. A gain here of 6.
Call it 6.
And it's been a mistake-filled night for the Dallas Cowboys, and you have to credit the Arizona Cardinals on offense. On defense, they have come in here tonight, and they are up. They've been up since the get-go for the most part, and it's been impressive.
It has been impressive, and now, every Cardinal fan knows it's a matter of can they close it out. I mean, the defense, they stepped up, they made a play. I know we could keep going back to the decision by Brian Schottenheimer to not kick the field goal. It would have been a 1-possession game now, but Arizona's done a great job defensively. They've gotten the ball back to their offense, and what a run to start this possession, just moving the pile, and that's what they'd like to do throughout this drive.
Here's a first down by DeMarcado plus. And he's able to get down to stay in bounds and keep the clock running. And
Smart
make the
play.
Dallas Cowboys use a timeout. Their second. Got a good block from the center Froholt.
Well, for a
All right,
guy who
guys. I
had
think that
a
pretty
mistake
much
against
seals it.
Tennessee,
I'm going to call it a little bit early tonight, guys. I'm running on absolute fumes. I got to get to bed. I think that pretty much seals it, though. DeMarcado with the first down run. Cardinals looking to run out the clock, so that should be pretty much it. Next week, we should be more alive. I don't know what happened this week, guys. You got it, brother. Yeah, I will tomorrow, man. When I'm at work, I'll try and do that and get that ordered up. So, you got it, though. Appreciate all of you guys. We'll be back next week. We'll be more lively next week, guys. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Peace out.